Hi guys, Vivian here, postcard from Cebu.
Immigrating your Filipino wife or girlfriend to the United States, what are the costs? I think the first thing we need to do is understand the process, and then I'll break down the costs for you. That's exactly what Vivian and I are doing right now. We're going through this process, so I can fill you in on what it's costing us and what we're looking at. It's a 3-step process. 2 very large government agencies are involved. The first is the Department of Homeland Security, and that's the first step. You file the I-130 petition, they call it a petition, where we are requesting that our own government allow our wife to immigrate to the United States. It's not a given, you have to petition the government. And you file the I-130 with USCIS, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, which is part of the Department of Homeland Security. The filing fee for that is $420. That's just the first step. Vivian and I filed the I-130 petition on behalf of Vivian back in February. Today is August 3rd, I think. Back on February 10th, we filed the petition. It'll take 3 months plus 3 to 4 months for USCIS to do whatever they do with the petition and approve or disapprove. And in our case, Vivian was approved. So then USCIS, Department of Homeland Security, will forward that package of documentation to a place called the National Visa Center, NVC, which is part of Department of State. So the NVC will then hit you up with a bill for a visa fee and what they call an AOS review fee. AOS stands for Affidavit of Support. I, as an American, have to sign an affidavit that says that I will support Vivian and that she will not become what they call a public charge. In other words, she will not go on welfare and get food stamps, that kind of stuff. I have to demonstrate to them that I have enough income significantly above the poverty level before they will approve it. But in our case, they approved, and I paid the fees. $325 is the visa fee. $120 is the Affidavit of Support review fee for another $445. Okay, so then after that, once NVC is finished with their magic, they will forward the documents to also Department of State, but the U.S. Embassy in Manila, in the Philippines. And there, once they receive the documents, they will send a notice to Vivian that she needs to get a medical exam and then come to an interview at the embassy. So the medical exam costs $245, which is at St. Luke's, which I think is only a few blocks away from it's close to the embassy. And then the visa issuance fee is another $165. And then they paste the visa into Vivian's passport, assuming that everything goes fine. Okay. At any step along the way, of course, it can be denied, and the fees are not refundable, at least according to the government. But that's not where it stops, okay? Because there are other fees that are not necessarily just the fees from the government. By the way, in the case of an I-130, that's $1,275 all total when you add it all up. $1,275 in fees to the U.S. government. But there are also other expenses. For instance, the airfare. She's got to be able to fly to America. And also there are fees when she goes to Manila. Now, if your girlfriend or wife happens to live in Manila, then those fees can be a little less. But since we're in Cebu, Vivian's going to have to fly. It's about, $50, $60 to fly round trip from Cebu to Manila and back. and then have a place to stay and stuff to eat. And it takes a few days, so she's going to be there for a little while. So hotels and whatnot. So you figure another couple of $100 just for her to be able to go to Manila and do the medical exam and the interview at the embassy. Then she's got to fly to the U.S. I'm thinking that I'll have her take Filipina Airlines has a direct flight from Cebu to Los Angeles. And I think what I'm going to do is I'll have Vivian take that flight, and then I'll fly out to LA from Washington to LA and meet her in LA, and we'll spend a couple of days there before we fly back to Maryland. But still, all that ends up costing even more money. So yeah, all total, you're looking at maybe $2,500 to $3,000, depending on where you live and how much airfare is involved and what you want to do. You know, in our case, I think I'm going to fly out to LA, meet her there. Then we'll do the touristy thing in LA so she can kind of see, you know, the Walk of Fame and all that kind of stuff. And I think it'd be fun. So anyway, guys, there you have it. That's kind of what it costs. There are other ways to do it. I know if you can do the fiance visa thing, which is, I think, a K1. I did look that up, but that end up costing $1,920 in fees to the U.S. government, where the I-130 is $1,275. So you can save roughly $600 by getting married in the Philippines if that's what you want to do. So anyway, guys, as always, up there somewhere is that subscribe button. Please click to subscribe. We'd love to have you join us. As always, feel free to comment in the comments section below. I know you misogynists will start with the don't get married, whatever. Leave it in the comments as long as it's appropriate. I don't mind. And thanks for watching, guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you. Bye.